Hello, dear students. I am back again in front of you. And how are you all? I hope that you will be fine at your home. So, today we will discuss about very most important topic and very fantastic topic of the biology. The topic name is you can read also human digestive system. So, we will discuss the more discussion about the digestion process and digestive system in this presentation. So, are you with me? Okay, let's come with the slides. In the first slide, you are watching a picture of the human system, and in the human system is basically classified into two types, upper and the lower portion, and there are basically many numbers of the organs is mainly present in our body. What basically some important organs many responsible for the digestion process. So we will discuss all these components and all these organs and parts one by one. So we all know that this is the mouth. With the help of the mouth, when we eat food, then what will happen? With the help of the mouth, when we eat food, then mouth will convert the complex substances into the simplex substances, and these food particles will move forward with the help of this pipe-like structure, which is known as esophagus. Esophagus is also known as food pipe, a pipe by which the food particles will move further. Okay, so food pipe and the esophagus, and then the food particles will reach in this J-like structure, which is known as stomach. Okay, stomach J-like structure. Then the stomach consists a very strong acid. The name is HCl, and HCl breaks down into its ions H plus and Cl minus, and then the digested food will move to the small intestine, which is a high coiling structure like structure you are watching also. This is a high coiling like structure, and on the upper surface of this small intestine we are watching a pipe like structure which has a large diameter compared to the small intestine, which is known as large intestine. So basically about the parts and the components, all the organs of the digestion process one by one in the slides. So let's discuss about the next slide, in which we will discuss about what are the meaning of digestive system. So before discussing, because we are going to discuss about the process digestion, so definitely we will have to know about what are the basic concept, basic meaning of digestion. So tell me, when we eat food, when we take a particle of food with the help of the mouth, then this process we are entering food particles in our mouth. Then this process is known as injection process. Okay, and when we break down this injection word, the inject plus action, so a process by which we enter the food particles in our mouth. So this is the process is known as injection process. And let's discuss about the digestive system. The system of organs and many glands which converts these complex substances into simplex substances is called digestive system. And what is the meaning of digestion? So digestions, when we break down this word again, then digest plus action, a process by which the food particles and the nutrients will be digested by our body. So how it will be happen, कैसे होगा ये सब कुछ? Then when we eat food, the complex substances we will enter, and with the help of the chewing process, these complex substances will convert into the simplex substances, and this process is known as digestion process. Okay, now let's discuss about the digestive system is composed of alimentary canals, some accessory glands and organs also. In the previous slide we were watching the whole picture of a human system, in which, okay, again you are watching the picture of human system, in which this is a pipe-like structure which is known as alimentary canal. alimentary canal, and the size of this alimentary canal is 8 to 10 meter approx, and which is also known as gut also. And gut is defined is mainly derived from gastrointestinal tract. Okay, gastrointestinal tract. So gut is also known as alimentary canal, which starts from the mouth and ends with the anus. Okay, I'm again repeating, it starts with the mouth and ends with the anus, and this the whole pipe like structures is known as alimentary canal. Okay, which is also known as gut also. Okay, so we have discussed about the digestion process. Now let's discuss about all the classification and the types of digestive system. So basically it is classified into two parts, organs and glands. Okay, organs and glands. So digestive system, the we will discuss in this slide the names of organs which will be responsible to digest the food. Okay, in which the first organ name is mouth and the gland name is salivary gland. Salivary gland. Okay, salivary gland. And salivary gland is mainly classified into three glands. You can easily watch also. The name of these glands is parotid, submandibular and sublingual. I am again repeating, there are three types of salivary glands, and the names of these salivary glands: parotid gland, submandibular gland and sublingual gland. And the location of these all the glands of salivary glands you can easily learn with the help of a short trick also. And okay, watch me, and then you can easily feel it's a simple way how to learn the location of these glands of salivary glands. So first is parotid, then submandibular and sublingual. And let's speak with me. Chick jaw tongue, chick jaw tongue, chick jaw tongue. So you can easily learn the location of these glands of salivary glands. Okay, parotid is mainly located below to the cheek, and the submandibular is mainly located to the under the jaw, and then last one is sublingual. Okay, sublingual is mainly located below the tongue. Okay, so you can easily speak, you can easily learn the locations of these salivary glands: cheek, jaw, tongue. चिक जा टंग. मेरे साथ बोले, चिक जा टंग. अपने एक्सप्रेशन भी दें. चिकियरा पैरोटिड, जा मतलब सब मैंडिबुलर एंड टंग मतलब सब लिंगुअल. ओके, सो let's discuss about the second organ's name. Second organ names is pharynx, and the gland name is liver. And then third organ name is esophagus, and the gland name is pancreas. And then organ name is stomach, then small intestine, and then large intestine, and then rectum. So these all the organs which will be mainly responsible for the digestion process, and these are the glands. Glands is basically three which will be responsible for the digestion process. The first is salivary gland, then liver, and then pancreas. Okay, so we will discuss all the organs and all the glands one by one in the slides. Okay, so let's discuss about the main functions of the alimentary canal. The main function of the alimentary canal, the first point will be to simplify the constituents of the food. The second point is absorption of simplified constituents of the food, and the third point is removal of undigested food and waste from the body. So basically we can easily conclude the main function of the alimentary canal with the help of the alimentary canal. It means alimentary canal, we have discussed about the basic concept of alimentary canal, which is known as gut. Gut is mainly derived from gastrointestinal tract. Okay, and it starts from the mouth and ends with the anus. Okay, so with the help of the alimentary canal, you can easily watch the picture also. This is the alimentary canal. which start from the mouth and ends with the anus, and this is the whole process of the digestion will take place with the help of this alimentary canal. Okay, so digestion process and the excrete the waste material of the body, these all will be happen with this help of this alimentary canal. So main functions we have discussed. The digested food have many components like proteins, carbohydrates and fats, minerals, vitamins, water and extra. So a digested food contains these all the types. Some portions of the alimentary canal absorbs these components. With the help of the special cells, the food travels through the alimentary canal because of the contraction and relaxation of the various muscles of the alimentary canal. So we will discuss about the line, what the meaning of these lines in the next slide. It means in the slide represents only the work and the function of the alimentary canal, and the main function of the alimentary canal is to absorb, to digest and excrete the waste material from the body. So in the next slide we will discuss about what are the sphincters. So before discussing about all the organs and the glands of the digestive system, we will have to learn about the meaning of sphincters also. So sphincters is a circular muscles which will be always closed, what these sphincters will open when the process is required. Okay, then the moment is required, then sphincters will open. So sphincters का मतलब क्या है वो समझते हैं. So you can easily, in the last part of the alimentary canal which is known as anus is opened when we excrete the waste material from the body, then sphincters will work. Okay, it is not open always every time. It is opened when we want to excrete the waste material from our body. So this is happening because of sphincters. Okay, so हमको पता है जब हम when we go to the toilet to excrete the waste material from the body, then anus will contract an relaxation portion, and these all are happening with the help of sphincters. Okay, so basically, and these all many sphincters is mainly present in our alimentary canals, like you can easily watch also in the stomach also. Stomach consists two types of sphincters, and the first sphincter is cardiac esophagus sphincter, and then the second is pyloric esophagus sphincters. Okay, so sphincters mainly defined as the sphincters are present at certain location in the alimentary canal to control the movement of food. This is the basic concept, is the basic meaning of the sphincters. Okay, so the movement of food and digested food and the waste material. The second point is sphincters are special circular muscles. The basic concept, please notice on my word, circular muscle that open and close certain body parts. Most often the action of the sphincter is to regulate the passage of some type of fluid such as bile, urine or fecal matter. It means when we excrete the process of contraction and relaxations with the help of the contraction and relaxation process, all the sphincters always remains closed. What for the movement is required, then these all the sphincters will open. Okay, आप समझ चुके हैं. हिंदी में बोल दूंगा. If okay, I'm again telling about the concept of the sphincters. But before discussing about the next topic, I want to give some suggestion to the students. I will use both types of the language, Hindi and English language, so students can choose their language according to their choice also. Okay, so दोनों लैंग्वेज का यूज़ कर लूँगा, किसी को दिक्कत आ रही है तो ठीक है. सो यहाँ पे नेक्स्ट बात करते हैं ऑर्गन्स यूज इन डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम. ऑर्गन्स यूज इन डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम इन विच द फर्स्ट organ we all know that the name is mouth. ओके माउथ में बात करते हैं हम पहले। तो फूड इज टेकन इनटू द बॉडी थ्रू द माउथ एंड दिस प्रोसेस इज नोन एज इंजेक्शन। वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस अबाउट द टर्म इज इंजेक्शन. Injection is mainly break down into two words, inject and then tell me action. Inject plus action, a process by which we enter the food particles in our mouth. Okay, so this process is known as enter. It means injection. We are entering the food particles in our mouth. Inject plus इंजेक्शन. इंजेक्शन होता है ना आपका, इंजेक्शन की भी शेप कैसी होती है तो आपकी मार्कर दिख रहा है आपको, देखो इस तरीके की होती है ना, आगे साइड में निडल होती है, ठीक है, इसमें लिक्विड फिल किया जाता है और फिर उसको इंजेक्ट किया था. इंजेक्शन, इंजेक्शन का मतलब सिंपल ये है. तो इंजेक्ट प्लस एक्शन. सो द नेक्स्ट point will be the opening of the alimentary canal leads to vocal cavity or mouth, which is a wall shaped structure. The mouth is also known as vocal cavity. Vocal cavity, okay. And the next point will be the vocal cavity is lined by soft plate and at the bottom and the hard plate at the top also. Clear? And when we feel, we can easily feel also at the top you will feel a hard plate, and the behind of the hard plate you will feel a soft plate, okay, and the uvula also. Then there is a muscular tongue which is highly flexible and can move in almost all the directions. Clear? And to taste the food particle, to taste anything, we have a tongue, and this will be responsible for the taste of the food particle, okay. So and it can be moved in all the directions. We all know that. You can easily feel also, you can move your tongue in the all the direction also, okay. The tongue is attached to the lingual frenulum. Let's concentrate on my words again. The very most important topic, the very most important point is coming. The tongue is attached to the lingual frenulum at the back of the vocal cavity floor. ओके, वोकल कैविटीज फ्लोर मतलब वोकल कैविटी माउथ के जस्ट, इट मीन्स द फाइनल the end point of the mouth on which the tongue is attached, and that location is known as lingual frenulum. Lingual frenulum, okay. So I think यहाँ तक समझ में आ चुका होगा. You have understood the basic concept of lingual frenulum, okay. So let's discuss about the next term. Is the mouth is surrounded by a pair of muscular lips. The lips facilitate opening and closing of mouth and the help in catching the food also, okay. So we all know that about these terms. Arrangement of the, we all know that. Now we will discuss about the teeth arrangement, because we all know that when we look the cross-sectional structure of the mouth, then we have teeth structures in our mouth. Total teeth we have 32. 32 is mainly classified into two parts, upper jaw and lower jaw. Upper jaw and lower jaw. Upper jaw consist मतलब ऊपर वाला जबड़ा और नीचे वाला जबड़ा, ठीक है. Then upper jaw consist total 16 teeth and the lower jaw consist again 16 teeth. 16 plus 16 total 32, okay. So let's discuss about the classification. You can easily get the arrangement of the teeth also. There are 16 teeth in each jaw, upper jaw and the lower jaw. The teeth are highly fit in the sockets and gums. This type of arrangement of the teeth is called trichodont. Let's concentrate on my words. Trichodont. Trichodont, it means the arrangement of the teeth. It means the 16 teeth will be arranged in the upper jaw, and the remaining 16 teeth will arrange in the lower jaw. The arrangement of the teeth is known as trichodont. Let's talk about the second point. Human beings get two sets of teeth, deciduous and permanent, in their life. This phenomena is called a diphthodont. Let's concentrate again on my words, diphthodonts. We all know that in our life, मैं कंटिन्यूस बोल रहा हूँ ना, ओके, हिंदी में बोल देता हूँ कि डाइफोडोंट का मतलब है, आपको पता है कि यहाँ पे हमारी लाइफ में टू टाइप्स के टीथ आते हैं. एक आते हैं मिल्क टीथ और एक होते हैं फिर permanent teeth. So this is the process will be known as diphotont. Deciduous, it means the milk teeth. Okay, दूध वाले जो दांत होते हैं. Okay, milk teeth. And then we will get the permanent. The permanent teeth will be 32. So dentitions, it means pertains to the development of the teeth and their arrangement in the mouth. So this process known as dentitions. The first set of teeth is called milk teeth or temporary teeth also. Okay, so milk teeth is also known as temporary and deciduous. Okay, a child gets milk teeth at about 6 months of the age. मतलब 6 months के अंदर वो उसके जो मिल्क वाले टीथ हैं बच्चे के वो आना स्टार्ट हो जाते हैं. ओके, these are they replaced by the permanent teeth between 6 to 12 years of the age. और ये जो मिल्क के जो दूध वाले दांत हैं वो कन्वर्ट कब स्टार्ट होना होते हैं, जब 6 to 12 ईयर के. इट मीन्स in the age after the 6 and up to the 12 years we will get the permanent teeth. Okay, let's concentrate on the all the slides on all the concept because I am describing all the organs more description. So please watch the full video, and then in the last you will get a quiz also, and then give the answer of these all the questions in the comment box. Okay, so types of teeth. So this is the structure of teeth. So you can easily watch the structure of teeth, in which there are total 4 types of the teeth, and these 4 types are incisor, canine, premolar, and then molar. Again I am revising: incisor, canine, premolar, and then molar. Okay, the arrangement and the number of the incisor, canine, premolars, molars we will discuss. The canine incisors, the total incisors out of 32 will be 8, and then canine will be 4, and then premolar will be 8, and then molar will be 12. So you can easily learn with the help of my words, because if you want to learn the arrangement, the number of the teeth, of the classification of teeth, so speak with me: 8, 4, 8, 12. बोलो मेरे साथ में: 8, 4, 8, 12. और इनको कैसे याद किया जाएगा? इंसिजर, कैनिन, प्रीमोलर, मोलर. आई इनको शॉर्ट ट्रैक में कैसे लर्न कर सकते हैं बताओ. हम देखो यहाँ पे ICPM. I means incisor, C means canine, P means premolar, and then M means molar. ICPM मतलब आइसक्रीम खाई PM ने. Yes, you can easily learn the arrangement of the teeth, the classification of the teeth with the help of this short tricks. ICPM, आइसक्रीम खाई PM ने. और इसके अरेंजमेंट द नंबर होंगे कितने? 8, 4, 8, 12. 8, 4, 8, 12. Okay, so I think you have understood the concept, the arrangement, and the classification and types of teeth. Yes or no? You can write down also. So in the last slide we will discuss about all these types of the teeth, the more discussion of these all the types one by one in the next slide. So in the next slide we will discuss about the first is incisor. Incisor, it means the front teeth. You can easily feel by touching your teeth also. In the front, आपके सामने ही, मैं ओके हिंदी में बोलता हूँ, आपके जस्ट सामने ही यहाँ पे साफ दिख रहे होंगे. देखो 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, upper jaw consists of front teeth, front 4 teeth. Front 4 teeth is mainly present in the upper jaw, and similarly these 4 incisors will be present in the lower jaw. So definitely देखो यहाँ पर देख भी सकते हैं आप कि सामने वाले जो है देखो 1, 2, 3, 4. सामने देखो 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 is mainly present in the upper jaw, and the 4 present in the lower jaw, and the 4 plus 4 will be 8. So we all know that the number of the incisors will be 8. Okay. So the first point, these are the front of the jaw with 4 teeth in each jaw. Incisor teeth is also known as the cutting teeth, and as they are means for cutting of the food. And the next point is these teeth come up when a child is about 6 months old. 6 months old, these teeth will come. Okay. The next is a canine. Can the number of the canines tell me the number of the canines teeth will be present in our mouth? कितने हैं हमारे, बताओ कैनन कितने हैं? सो कैनन के अपन देखते हैं यहाँ पे तो साफ दिखाई दे रहा है कि यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं कि जो आपके इंसीजर्स हैं, इंसीजर के साइड में ही ये कुछ एक दो दांत हैं जो बिल्कुल थोड़े बाहर निकले हुए हैं, शार्प हैं. ओके, जिनको कार्निवोरस एनिमल्स में ज़्यादातर मेनली पाया जाता है. इट इज़ मेनली फाउंड इन द कार्निवोरस एनिमल्स. ठीक है, जो जैसे बब्बर शेर होते हैं, ठीक है, जो चीरने फाड़ने का काम करते हैं. ठीक है, दिस टीथ कम आफ्टर इंसीजर इन सीक्वेंस. ईच जा हैज़ 2 कैनन टीथ. सो डेफिनेटली 2 यहाँ आपको देखो ऊपर दिख रहे होंगे, देखो ये रे 2 in the upper jaw and 2 in the lower jaw. Okay, so 2 plus 2 कितने हो गए बताओ? 4. Okay, so 4 number canine, total 4 canines teeth will present in our mouth. Okay, the second point will be these teeth come up at the age of 16 to 20 months. Okay, and the next point is the canine teeth are meant for tearing the flesh and cracking the bones or hard nuts. Okay, so it is mainly found in carnivorous animals. Okay, so let's discuss the third teeth name is premolar. Premolar, we all know that the number of the premolar teeth in our mouth, tell me. 8. Okay, so arrangement, let's discuss about the arrangement. When we see after the canine, then we will get 2, 4, 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2. Okay, total 4 premolars will be present in the upper jaw, and similarly the 4 premolars will be present in the lower jaw. Okay, left and right side. Okay, in the both side you will when you will feel in only one jaw, then you will get in the left you will get 2 premolars, in the right again you will get 2 premolars. The total 4, and the one jaw consists of 4 premolars, and the lower jaw consists also 4 premolars. The total premolars will be 8. And the second point, these teeth fully developed at the age of 10 to 12 years. And the third point, there are 4 premolar teeth in each jaw. So this is the basic concept of premolar. Let's discuss about the molar. Molar is number of the molar teeth in our mouth. We all know that total numbers of the molar teeth are 12. These teeth facilitate the grinding of the food. And the arrangement, there are 6 molar teeth in each jaw. It means each jaw, it means we have total 2 jaw. One jaw consists of 6 molar teeth, and the second jaw also consists 6 teeth of molar. Then total molar teeth will be 12. Okay, so this is the basic concept of teeth arrangement. Now we will discuss about the pharynx. फेरिंग्स की बात करते हैं यहाँ पे, तो अपन देख रहे हैं यहाँ पे यू आर वॉचिंग ए पिक्चर ऑफ द माउथ. ये आपको माउथ के देखो फ्रंट दिखाई दे रहा है, यहाँ पे आराम से देख सकते हैं. दिस इज द वोकल कैविटी इन द ऑरल कैविटी ऑल्सो, इट इज ऑल्सो नोन एज ऑरल कैविटी. सो यहाँ से आप अपने फूड को एंटर करवा रहे हैं. इसके बाद में व्हाट विल द प्रोसीजर when you will enter the food particles with the help of the mouth. This process known as injection, and with the help of the teeth you are chewing your food particles to convert the simplex substances. Okay, what will the procedure in the next procedure जो होगा वो क्या होगा, pharynx में से होके जाएगा food particles, and pharynx will be classified into 3 types, and these 3 types are nasopharynx, oropharynx, and hypopharynx. And hypopharynx is also known as laryngopharynx. I am again revising. Laryngopharynx is known as hypopharynx. Okay, So you can easily, boss, you can easily understand what is the location of nasopharynx. Nasopharynx नाम से पता लग रहा है आराम से. You can easily understand with the name of the topic. Nasopharynx, it means just behind of the nasal cavity, मतलब नाक के जस्ट पीछे जो है वो इसको क्या बोलेंगे अपन, nasopharynx. Oropharynx इट मीन्स oral cavity के जस्ट पीछे जो है वो है क्या होता है, oropharynx. And then hypopharynx, which is also known as laryngopharynx, and larynx is known as voice box also. ये रहा, ओके, वॉइस बॉक्स, लैरिंग्स. ओके, सो लैरिंग्स के जस्ट जो पीछे है उसको बोलेंगे अपन हाइपोफैरिंक्स. ओके, सो दिस द क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ फैरिंग्स. सो लेट डिस्कस अबाउट pharynx points. The buccal cavity opens in a funnel-shaped cavity called pharynx. Through the pharynx, the food goes to the esophagus and the air goes to the windpipe. Both the pipe opens near the lower surface of the pharynx. Okay, let's consider what is the meaning of this point. Vocal cavity जो है आपकी, तो आगे vocal cavity के बाद में pharynx है. Vocal cavity का pharynx is mainly attached. The last part, it means the laryngopharynx, the last part of the pharynx. Okay, and the pharynx will attach with the food pipe. Food pipe, we all know that because in the first slide we have discussed about the food pipe, which is also known as esophagus. Okay, so यहाँ पे आप देख भी सकते हैं, ये रहा, ठीक है, this is the picture. So you can easily, this is the mouth and then the pharynx and then what, then esophagus, food pipe. Okay, then the second point is the pharynx is to carry food from mouth to stomach. मतलब जो pharynx है वो एक mainly work कर रहा है किसका, mouth से और stomach तक ले जाने का. There is a cartilaginous flaps called epiglottis. Very most important thing, very most important word, epiglottis. Okay, so epiglottis is a junction-like junction-like structure which will be responsible to enter the food particles in a food pipe. It prevents to enter the food particle. Let's consider in our words. What am I saying? क्या कह रहा हूँ मैं, उसको ध्यान देना क्या बोल रहा हूँ मैं. एपिग्लॉटिस, ये साफ दिख रहा है यहाँ पे, देख लो. Epiglottis, a flap like a junction like structure, okay, gate like structure, which will be responsible to prevent the entry of the food particles in the windpipe. मतलब सिंपल सी बात बोलें तो जब हम खाना खाते हैं तो जो हमारा फूड पार्टिकल है वो किस में से होकर जाना चाहिए, अब फूड पाइप में से होना चाहिए, ठीक है. और फूड पाइप के जस्ट आगे होता है विंड पाइप. Clear? Windpipe in the front and just behind of the windpipe food pipe will be present. Okay, so दोनों की जो लोकेशन है वो ड्राइव्ड होती है, दोनों की जो क्लासिफाइड होती है वो विद द हेल्प ऑफ द एपिग्लॉटिस. Epiglottis is a junction-like structure which will be responsible to prevent the entry of the food particles into the windpipe. Okay, मतलब जो food particles हैं वो विंड पाइप में नहीं जाने चाहिए, वो कहाँ जाने चाहिए, फूड पाइप में जाने चाहिए, ठीक है. विंड पाइप इज इन फ्रंट वाइल द फूड पाइप इज एट बैक, ये हम डिस्कस कर चुके हैं पहले. और द pharynx कैन बी डिवाइडेड इनटू 3 टाइप्स एंड दीज टाइप्स nasopharynx, oropharynx and then laryngopharynx, which is also known as hypopharynx. Okay, so now let's discuss about the esophagus, because we have discussed about the first organ name is mouth, then pharynx and then esophagus. Okay, then esophagus is known as food pipe also. Okay, so you are watching the again picture. So in the picture you can easily watch, this is the alimentary canal which is approx 8 to 10 meters. Okay, we have discussed about the mouth and then pharynx. Now we will discuss about this tunnel, this pipe-like structure which is known as esophagus, also known as food pipe. Okay, and the length of this food pipe is approx 25 centimeter. Okay, but before in the esophagus we have a very important process, and this process can be understand with this help of this picture. In this picture you are watching a food particle, एक दिख रहा होगा आपको, देखो food particle. This is the shape, this is the esophagus food pipe. in which the food particle is moving, ठीक है, मूव चल रहा है, यहाँ पे आप अंदर ले रहे हैं, लेकिन यहाँ पे आप देख रहे होंगे देयर इज ए contraction and elections process of the esophagus which will be responsible to easily move forward of the food particles. मतलब सिंपल से समझा देता हूँ कि फूड पार्टिकल्स को आगे मूवमेंट इजीली मूवमेंट कराने के लिए एक प्रोसेस की जाएगी. प्रोसेस कैसा होगा? वो कॉन्ट्रैक्शन एंड द रिलैक्सेशन. आप यहाँ पर आराम समझ सकते हैं. देखो ऊपर की साइड में जैसे ये फूड पार्टिकल उसको मैं यहाँ पे कॉन्ट्रैक्ट करता हूँ, देन व्हाट विल हैपन? इट विल मूव अहेड. समझ में आ रहा है? मैं फिर समझाया था मैंने, कोई दिक्कत वाली बात नहीं है. दिस इज ए एसोफेगस इन विच फूड पार्टिकल्स प्रेजेंट. ओके, फूड पार्टिकल है, फूड पार्टिकल आगे कैसे मूव होगा? विद द हेल्प ऑफ द कॉन्ट्रैक्शन एंड रिलैक्सेशन प्रोसेस. ओके, कॉन्ट्रैक्शन एंड रिलैक्सेशन प्रोसेस. अब यहाँ पे अगर कोई फूड पार्टिकल है, इसको बताओ, मैं एक साइज को प्रेस करूँगा, मतलब कॉन्ट्रैक्ट करूँगा, देन इट विल मूव अहेड. ओके, so this process is known as peristalsis process. Again, I am revising. When we eat food with the help of the mouth, then after mouth, these food particles will move to the esophagus with the help of the pharynx, and the esophagus, which is known as food pipe. There is a very most important process, the known as peristalsis process. Peristalsis process can be defined as the contraction and relaxation of the esophagus, which will be responsible for the movement of the food particles easily forward. Okay, and these food particles, with the help of the peristalsis process, these food particles will move in the J-like structure, it means in the stomach. Okay, so let's concentrate on the points. दिस इज अ नैरो ट्यूब विच गोज फ्रॉम द फेरिंग्स टू द स्टमक. अभी अब डिस्कस किया है हमने कि जो एसोफेगस था वो फेरिंग्स और स्टमक के बीच का एक कनेक्टिंग पॉइंट है. ओके, देन एसोफेगस इज 25 सेंटीमीटर इन लेंथ. द मेन फंक्शन ऑफ द एसोफेगस, क्या मेन फंक्शंस है? द सिक्रेशंस ऑफ म्यूकस ग्लैंड इन एसोफेगस मेक द फूड स्लिपरी, एंड the different part of the esophagus alternately contraction and the relaxation. This movement is known as peristalsis. अभी डिस्कस किया है और अच्छा पॉइंट है, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है. पेरिस्टालिसिस प्रोसेस, ए कॉन्ट्रैक्शन रिलैक्सेशन ऑफ द एसोफेगस टू मूव द फूड पार्टिकल्स इजीली फॉरवर्ड. इट मीन्स इन द स्टमक. ओके, so I think all the students have understood the basic concept of esophagus and peristalsis process. Yes or no? समझ में आ रहा है ना भाई? Okay. Then in the other words, alternate contraction and relaxation. Contraction in different portion of alimentary canal is called peristalsis. The peristalsis process will be completed in whole alimentary canal. Okay. पूरे एलिमेंट्री कैनल में प्रोसेस होता है कॉन्ट्रैक्शन रिलैक्सेशन का टू इजीली मूवमेंट ऑफ द फूड पार्टिकल्स इन द नेक्स्ट ऑर्गन. ओके, अब बात करते हैं यहाँ पे अपन स्टमक की. बात हो चुकी है, किन किन की बात हो चुकी है बताओ? कौन कौन से ऑर्गन्स की बात हो चुकी है? माउथ की हो चुकी है, देन फेरेंस की बात हो चुकी है, देन यस एसोफेगस. नाउ द टर्न ऑफ स्टमक. ओके, स्टमक का टर्न है अब. और स्टमक देखो अभी डिस्कस किया था यार, ये देखो क्या आ रही है बताओ? ये देखो आप साफ देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे, ये क्या है बताओ? बताइए. ये है एसोफेगस, मतलब फूड पाइप. एंड फूड पाइप, द बॉटम पार्ट ऑफ द एसोफेगस इज डायरेक्टली अटैच्ड विद J-like स्ट्रक्चर, इट मीन्स स्टमक. एंड स्टमक के बारे में देखते हैं तो देखो दिस पोर्शन इज सिचुएटेड एट द लास्ट पार्ट ऑफ द एसोफेगस. अब ये डिस्कस किया है. इट हैज J-like स्ट्रक्चर. इट इज प्रेजेंट इन लेफ्ट ऑफ द एब्डोमिनल कैविटी एंड पोस्टीरियर ऑफ द डायफ्राम. So diaphragm is a part of respiratory system, and after this digestive system we will discuss the next respiratory system. Okay, more and more description. Definitely you will get more and more knowledge to get to view, to watch all these my videos. Okay, it is present in the left of the abdomen. This is the abdominal cavity. Clear? It is mainly present in the left side. Okay, हम जो कहते हैं ना, ऐसे नहीं कहते कि भैया हमारे पेट में बहुत दर्द हो रहा है. अरे भाई ऐसे थोड़ी है, पेट ही थोड़ी है, पूरा पेट इतना सा. ये रहा स्टमक, ये रहा इन द लेफ्ट साइड. ओके, एब्डोमिनल कैविटी. So you can easily watch the diagram of stomach also. So यहाँ पे आप देख रहे होंगे, एंड इट इज़ मेनली क्लासिफाइड इनटू थ्री टाइप्स डिवाइड होता है. यस, पहला जो पोर्शन है वो है कार्डिया, ठीक है, एंड देन फंडस एंड देन पाइलोरिक. ये रहा देखो, ठीक है, पाइलोरिक पहला है, कार्डियक, देन फंडस, देन पाइलोरिक. ओके, सो लेट डिस्कस अबाउट द टाइप्स ऑफ स्टमक. टाइप्स ऑफ स्टमक में अपन पहली जो बात करते हैं, स्टमक कैन बी डिवाइडेड इनटू थ्री पार्ट्स विच आर एज फॉलोज. फर्स्ट है कार्डियक. दिस पार्ट इज एट द लेफ्ट एंड इज कनेक्टेड टू द एसोफेगस. द फर्स्ट पोर्शन, देखो आप देख भी रहे होंगे यहाँ पे, esophagus, the last part of the esophagus directly attached with the first portion of the stomach, which is known as cardiac. Okay, the second is a fundus. This part lies between cardiac and the pylorus. पता है आपको यहाँ पे कि cardiac तो पहला है, फ्रंट वाला फर्स्ट वाला है, और पाइलोरस क्या है आपका था, लास्ट वाला, ठीक है, और इन दोनों के बीच में है कौन सा बताओ, फंडस. थर्ड है पाइलोरस. दिस पार्ट opens into the small intestine. Okay, because after stomach we will discuss the next organ will be small intestine. Okay, so we have discussed about the stomach and what is the function of the stomach, because we all know that the stomach consists a very strong acid. The name is hydrochloric acid, it means HCl, which will be responsible to kill the bacteria mainly present on the food particles. Okay, so now we have discussed about the sphincters. स्पिंचर्स के बारे में पहले भी डिस्कस कर चुके हैं, और स्पिंचर्स का मेनली वर्क क्या था. स्पिंचर्स मेनली रिमेन्स क्लोज every time, but these sphincters will be opened when the movement is required. ये पहले बता चुका हूँ मैं कि जब कभी मूवमेंट की रिक्वायरमेंट होगी तब क्या होगा बताइए, तब सिंपल सी बात है स्पिंचर्स जो हैं वो ओपन होंगे. सो अगेन वहाँ पे एनएस के बारे में बताया था, अब यहाँ पे हम स्पिंचर्स, वहाँ पे भी हम बताया था कि आपको कि स्टमक में भी क्या होते हैं, टू स्पिंचर्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं, उनके बारे में डिस्कस करते हैं. द स्टमक हैज टू स्पिंचर्स टू कंट्रोल द मूवमेंट ऑफ फूड. दे आर एज फॉलोज. द फर्स्ट है कार्डियक और लोअर एसोफेगल स्पिंचर. आराम समझ में आ रहा होगा, देखो कार्डियक द फर्स्ट पोर्शन ऑफ द स्टमक, फर्स्ट पोर्शन ऑफ द स्टमक, और जो कि डायरेक्टली अटैच्ड है किससे होता हो, एसोफेगस से, और एसोफेगस का लोअर पार्ट अटैच्ड है फर्स्ट पोर्शन ऑफ द स्टमक विच इज नॉन एज कार्डियक. तो यहाँ पे सिंपल सी, या तो कार्डियक स्पिंचर बोलिए या लोअर एसोफेगल स्पिंचर, बात एक ही है. What is the main function of this sphincter? This sphincter separates the esophagus from the stomach. सिंपल सी बात समझ में आती है कि जो ये स्पिंचर है वो क्या वर्क कर रहा है कि आप देख रहे हो यहाँ पे एसोफेगस के साथ में डायरेक्ट अटैच है स्टमक का फर्स्ट पोर्शन. ओके, और फर्स्ट पोर्शन का नाम है कार्डियक. तो कार्डियक और एसोफेगस को सेपरेट करने का वर्क कर रहा है कार्डियक स्पिंचर. It prevents the acidic food from going back into the esophagus. समझ में आया कि this is when the food particles will reach in the stomach, then these food particles will convert in the acidic form, because we all know that stomach consists of HCl. The food particles will convert in acidic form. Okay, so with the help of this cardiac sphincters, the acidic food will not go back into the esophagus. Okay, the second sphincter is a pyloric sphincter, और pylorus के बारे में हम जानते ही हैं, the last portion, the last part of the stomach. तो pyloric sphincter के बारे में बात करें, this sphincter separate stomach from small intestine and controls the movement of food to the small intestine. आपको पता है, ये देखो यहाँ पे साफ दिख रहा है, देखो you can easily watch with the diagram also. This is the last portion of the stomach is a pylorus, and the sphincters present at the last portion of the stomach is known as pyloric sphincter. और इसके जस्ट बाद में ही क्या अटैच है, देखो स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन स्टार्ट हो जाएगा. Okay, the small intestine will start after the stomach, so it separates similarly to the cardiac sphincter, because cardiac sphincter is also working for the separating the esophagus and the stomach, and similarly the pyloric sphincter also works for the separations of the small intestine and the stomach. Yes or no? Are you following me ना? समझ में आ रहा है ना, कैसे नहीं आ रहा? ठीक है, आराम से. Okay. Then the food stays. Now food particles will stay in this stomach J-like structure for 4 to 6 hours. Okay, then the digested food will move further. It means will move to the small intestine. Okay, so let's discuss about the next organ name is small intestine. Yes or no? A small intestine. So you are watching again a picture in which we have discussed about the first organ name was mouth, then pharynx, then esophagus, and then stomach, and then after stomach we will discuss about a high coiling like structure. You are watching a high coiling like structure, and this coiling like structure is known as small intestine. Okay, and the length of the small intestine basically approx 6 to 7 meter. Okay, 6 to 7 meter की होती है, and which is basically classified into 3 types, and these 3 types are duodenum, speak with me, duodenum, jejunum, and then ileum. Okay, first is duodenum. Duodenum is the first part of the small intestine. This is the C-like structure. आप साफ दिखाई दे रहा होगा, देखो C-like, green जो दिखाई दे रहा है ये C-like structure. Okay, so C-like structure is known as duodenum. Okay, which will be attached with the last portion of the stomach. मतलब stomach के सबसे last वाला portion कौन सा था? पाइलोरस. ओके, तो पाइलोरस के साथ में अटैच है सी लाइक स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन, विच विल बी नोन एज duodenum. ओके, देन यू विल गेट द येलो coiling like structure. ओके, एंड द हाई एंड द लाइट. ओके, साफ दिखाई दे रहा है यहाँ पे, हाई coiling like structure दिखाई दे रही है, इसको बोलेंगे jejunum, एंड द लास्ट पोर्शन ऑफ द स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन इज ileum, and the ileum is the last portion of the small intestine which will be connected with the large intestine. Okay, small intestine के बाद में आएगा large intestine. Okay, so अब देखते हैं यहाँ पे, देखो small intestine के बारे में one by one डिस्कस करते हैं. This is a high coiled tube like structure which begins from the pylorus and ends in the large intestine. समझ में आया? मैं पहले ही बता चुका हूँ इसका. वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस अबाउट द बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ द स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन. स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन विल बी अटैच्ड फर्दर, will be attached with the large intestine. Okay, and then it is the first portion of the small intestine will be attached with the stomach, and the last portion of the small intestine will be attached with the large intestine. Okay, small intestine is about 7 meter long, 6 to 7 meter, you can easily say that also. This is the most important part of the alimentary canal, as major portion of the digestion takes place in small intestine. Now let's concentrate on my words. The most absorption of the food will take place in the small intestine. Okay, in a small intestine. Now we are going to discuss our very most important point. When we observe, ध्यान समझना क्या बोल रहा हूँ मैं. High coiling like structure is known as small intestine. Okay, and when we observe the cross sectional structure of the small intestine, then we will get a finger like projection structure, and finger like projection like structure is known as villi. Okay, villi as a finger like projection like structure, and these villi are made up of blood vessels. ब्लड वेजल्स आपको समझ में आ जाएगा. सिंपल सी बात है कि इस तरीके से हाई कॉलिंग लाइक स्ट्रक्चर चल रही है, और इनके अंदर होते हैं इस तरीके से फिंगर लाइक स्ट्रक्चर्स. एंड व्हेन वी again observe this finger like structure, then it is made up of the blood vessels, and blood vessels will digest the digested food, will get the nutrients from the food particles, and the undigested food will move to the next organ, it means to the large intestine. Okay, so let's discuss about the one by one all the parts of the small intestine, basically divided into three types. बता चुके हैं पहले ही, duodenum, jejunum and then ileum. Okay, duodenum is the first interior most portion of the small intestine and is connected to the pylorus. बता चुका हूँ बहुत बार, बार बार बता चुका हूँ. देखो यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं आप आराम से कि this is the stomach and the last portion of the stomach, the front part of the small intestine, it means duodenum will be attached. Okay, so C like structure duodenum इस तरीके से अटैच होता है. तो यहाँ से आप समझ सकते हैं अपन, दिस इज द एसोफेगस, दिस द जे लाइक स्ट्रक्चर स्टमक, एंड आफ्टर द स्टमक in the bottom and the last portion of the stomach, the C like structure, it means the front portion, the first portion of the small intestine is duodenum. Okay, तो यहाँ पे समझ में आ जाता है इस चीज़ का. फिर इसके बाद में बात करते हैं, it plays a most important role in the biochemical digestion of the food by the enzymes. Yes, so enzymes का मतलब क्या होता है? Enzymes are the biochemical components, biochemical substances which will be responsible to improve the chemical reactions without changing itself. अपने आप में खुद में परिवर्तन ना करके और उस प्रोसेस, उस केमिकल रिएक्शंस को उसको आगे बढ़ाने का काम करते हैं. ओके, सो दिस द मीनिंग ऑफ एंजाइम्स. Duodenum, it plays a most important role in the biochemical digestion of the food, and all the digestive juices come into the duodenum and digestions of food take place here. एक और बात ध्यान समझना. अब यहाँ पे एक बात क्लियर समझेंगे. देखो यहाँ पे अपन, this is esophagus, and when we will draw J-like structure and then again duodenum, we all know that at the bottom of the stomach we get a leaf-like structure. Okay, leaf-like structure is a pancreas, this is a gland, and on the left side we will get liver. Okay, so in the right side we will get second gland, matlab pancreas, and the next gland is a liver in the left side. Okay, so you can easily get in the right side, it means यहाँ पे in the right side we will get the liver, and the left side we will get stomach, and just below to the stomach we will get a leaf-like structure, pancreas. Okay, so now let's consider my words. When the food particles will move to this stomach, then the food particles will convert into the acidic form, and when the acidic food will move to the duodenum, then let's consider my words. We all know that acidic food will convert into the neutral form, and we all know that if we have +2 and if we want to get 0, then we will have to add -2. Yes or no? Okay, so positive sign can be defined as the acidic and 0 is the neutral form. Then if you want to get the neutral form, the neutral food, then you will have to add basic, and the basic fluid will come from these glands, it means from the liver and from the pancreas. ओके, सो ध्यान समझना कि यहाँ पे डुडेनम में अब लीवर से एक फ्लूइड आएगा, एक जूस आएगा जिसका नाम है, ए जूस विल कम फ्रॉम दिस लिवर विच इज नोन एज वाइल्ड जूस. देन बिफोर कमिंग इन द डुडेनम पार्ट, बिफोर मिक्सिंग विद द एसिडिक food, the wild juice will collect in this a balloon like structure. A balloon like structure, this is known as gallbladder. Gallbladder. Gallbladder is a special type of part of the liver which will be responsible to store the bile juice. Okay, and then bile juice will come and will connect with the acidic food. Okay, similarly from the pancreas a juice will come. The name of that juice is a pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice. Okay, and then bile juice and then pancreatic juice, both juices have basic nature, and these basic nature will connect with the acidic food to get the neutral, to convert the acidic food into the neutral form. Okay, and let's consider again on my words also. After the food, the digested food after the stomach is known as chyme. ध्यान समझना क्या बोल रहा हूँ मैं, कायम, मतलब कि स्टमक के बाद में जो फूड पार्टिकल्स, स्टमक के बाद में जो डाइजेस्टेड फूड है जो डुडेनम में एंटर हो रहा है, उस डाइजेस्टेड फूड को अब क्या बोला जाएगा, कायम. ओके, एंड यहाँ एक पॉइंट होगा जहाँ पे वाइल जूस और पैनक्रियाटिक जूस दोनों यहाँ पे कनेक्ट होंगे, उसको बोलेंगे हेप्टोपैनक्रियाटिक डक्ट. क्या बोलेंगे, हेप्टोपैनक्रियाटिक डक्ट. हेप्टिक डक्ट की मदद से, विद द हेल्प ऑफ द हेप्टिक डक्ट, द बाइल जूस विल कनेक्ट विद दिस डुडेनम, एंड देन द पैनक्रियाटिक डक्ट, through the pancreatic duct, pancreas juice will come to the duodenum. Okay, so duodenum is the portion on which the acidic food will convert into the neutral form by mixing with the basic juices. Okay, and these basic juices are bile juice and the pancreatic juice. शायद सबको समझ में आ गया होगा यहाँ तक, पक्का ना, पक्का ना. ओके, एक क्वेश्चन यहाँ पे है, if we remove, I am asking about a question of the gallbladder. If we remove the gallbladder from the liver, which is responsible to store the bile juice, okay, अगर मैं इसको हटा देता हूँ तो क्या प्रोसेस फिर भी कंटिन्यू रहेगा? Yes, the process will be continue, and the surgical process by which the removal of the gallbladder is known as, बताइए क्या होता है, उसको क्या बोलते हैं? And the term is cholecystectomy. मेरे साथ में बोलिए, क्या बोल रहा हूँ मैं, cholecystectomy. फिर से बोलें, cholecystectomy. Okay, cholecystectomy is a process, a surgical process by which the gallbladder is removed from the liver. Okay, so this is the basic concept. I think you have understood the basic concept of the glands, liver and the pancreas also. Okay, so these glands will be responsible to give basic fluid to convert the acidic food into the neutral form. Okay, the second portion of the small intestine is jejunum. This is the middle portion of the small intestine. After the duodenum, definitely the high colon-like structure will be known as jejunum. And the second point, the absorption of the most of the digested food takes place in the jejunum. Absorption is carried by the specialized cells which are called yes, enterocytes. A special type of the cells will be present in the jejunum, and these special types of the cells is known as enterocytes. The last portion of the small intestine is ileum. Ileum is the last portion of the small intestine, and it is connected to the large intestine, and the large intestine, the first portion name is cecum. Okay, cecum is the first portion of the large intestine which will be connected with the last portion of the small intestine, it means ileum. Okay, so this is the basic concept of small intestine. Small intestine is basically classified into three types: duodenum, jejunum and then ileum. Let's discuss about the sum of the, but before discussing about the large intestine, we have again a very most important point again. Some of the substances which are not absorbed by jejunum. कुछ ऐसे फूड पार्टिकल, कुछ ऐसे सब्सटेंसेज होंगे जिनको एब्जॉर्प्शन नहीं किया जाएगा किसके थ्रू, जेजुनम के थ्रू, एंड दीज ऑल द सब्सटेंसेज अगेन विल बी एब्जॉर्ब्ड विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस इलियम. ओके, एंड लाइक दीज आर द सब्सटेंसेज विल बी wild salts and the vitamins. Let's concentrate my words. These are the wild salts and the vitamins which will be not absorbed with the help of the jejunum, and the wild salts and the vitamins will be absorbed with the help of ileum, which is the last portion of the small intestine. Okay, so I think you have understood the concept of small intestine, and now we will discuss about the last organ of the digestive system, and the name is large intestine. Okay, so large intestine की बात करते हैं यहाँ पे. So after the completion the absorption of the food in the small intestine, we are moving to the large intestine. Large intestine is basically the length of the large intestine will be 1.5 मीटर. कितनी लेंथ होगी इसकी, 1.5 मीटर की. ठीक है, एंड 1.5 मीटर बिकॉज इट हैज़ ए लार्ज diameter compared to the small intestine diameter. Okay, this is thin and this is thick. Small intestine, the pipe has a low diameter, and the large intestine has a large diameter compared to the small intestine, and that's why it is known as large intestine and it is known as a small intestine. Okay, now let's concentrate on my words. When the absorption, the digested food will be absorbed with the help of the small intestine. Now the undigested food will move to the large intestine, and the first portion of the large intestine is a cecum, and in the cecum we get a very unusual organ, unusual part and vestigial organ, and the name of this organ is vermiform appendix. वर्मीफॉर्म अपेंडिक्स. दिस पोर्शन इज नॉन एज अपेंडिक्स. अपेंडिक्स का नाम सुना ही होगा आप लोगों ने. सो इसका कोई यूज नहीं है, अनयूजुअल एंड द वेस्टिजियल ऑर्गन्स. ठीक है, जिसका कोई यूज ही नहीं है. ओके, सो इसको बोलेंगे अपन अपेंडिक्स. अपेंडिक्स मेनली प्रेजेंट इन द सीकम, एंड लेट्स कॉन्सेंट्रेट ऑन द व्हेन वी मूव टू द फर्दर पोर्शन, इट मीन्स द नेक्स्ट पोर्शन में बात करते हैं. तो लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन्स जो कि डिवाइड है 3 टाइप्स में. Yes, large intestines will be classified into 3 types. The first part is cecum, and then colon, and then rectum. Again I am revising. First is cecum, then colon, and then rectum. Okay, so let's concentrate on my words, and we will discuss all the parts one by one in the next slide. Okay, so let's come on the slide. Large intestine. The length of the large intestine is 1.5 meter, and this is a much shorter than the small intestine and has a larger diameter. And about this concept we have already discussed in the previous slide. पहले बता चुके हैं इसके बारे में. Why it is known as large intestine and why the small intestine is known as small intestine, because of a low diameter and the high diameter. It means long diameter and low diameter small intestine and the large intestine. We can easily differentiate between large and small intestine with the help of the diameter. Some microbes live in the large intestine. The microbes digest the remaining food by the fermentation process. In the large intestine, some microbes will be present, and the undigested food will move in this large intestine. Okay, and will be excreted with the help of the anus. Okay, so what will the procedure we will discuss in the slides. Now let's concentrate on my word again. This is the very most important point. The excess water and salts are absorbed by the walls of large intestine. मेरी बात पे ध्यान देना, क्या बोल रहा हूँ मैं. The excess water, because the digested food are absorbed with the help of small intestine. Now the undigested food is moving to the large intestine, and the large intestine will be mainly responsible to work about the excess water and salts are absorbed by the walls of a large intestine. मतलब excess water और salts को absorb किया जाएगा किसकी हेल्प से? लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन की। तो इन लाइंस को जरूर ध्यान रखना, ठीक है। फिर इसके बाद में अब बात करते हैं वन बाय वन, वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट द parts of the large intestine. Large intestine can be divided into the following parts. The first portion is cecum, and then colon, and then rectum. Okay, so let's discuss about one by one all these parts. The first portion name is cecum. This is connected to the ileum. We all know that the last portion of the small intestine is cecum. Last portion of the small intestine is ileum, and the last portion of the small intestine, the first portion of the large intestine, it means the cecum will be attached. So this is the connected to the ileum, and the absorption of the materials takes place in this part, and the remaining portion of the food is sent to the colon. At the junction of the ileum, about the vermiform appendix, it's a vestigial organ which is mainly present in the cecum portion. Okay, first portion of the large intestine. At the junction of ileum and the cecum, a tubular structure can be seen. This is called vermiform appendix. And then vermiform appendix is a vestigial organ and serves no purpose in human body, and that's why it is a vestigial organ, unusual organ in our body. Okay, and the next portion, next part is colon. Colon is basically divided into how many parts? How many parts? 4 parts. Okay, this appears like inverted U. You can easily draw the diagram also. Draw a rectangle like structure, एक रेक्टेंगल लाइक स्ट्रक्चर ड्रॉ कीजिए, और अब यहाँ पे एक कर्व लाइक स्ट्रक्चर इस तरीके से बनाइए, और नीचे वाली जो साइड है उस पर आप हाफ मिडिल पॉइंट ड्रॉ करके और फिर यहाँ पे एक कर्व लाइक स्ट्रक्चर बनाइए. ओके, और अपर वाली जो पोर्शन है इनको आप रिमूव कर दीजिए, एंड देन ए हाई कॉलिंग लाइक स्ट्रक्चर create on these sides. Okay, again repeat on the another side. अगर आप जब इस तरीके से दोबारा इसको coiling like structures को draw करेंगे, then you will get the structure of is large intestine. Yes or no? So you can easily draw the diagram of large intestine with the short trick. Okay, so we all know that on the first portion of the large intestine, this is known as cecum, vermiform appendix, and then after cecum the portion will be start of a colon. The first portion we can easily understand, this is the invert U like structure, invert U like structure, उल्टा U like structure है. ठीक है, द कोलन कैन बी डिवाइडेड इनटू 4 पार्ट्स, और 4 पार्ट कौन कौन से हैं वो देखते हैं. देखो, पहला है असेंडिंग. नाम से पता लग रहा है, यू कैन इजीली फाइंड आउट द बेसिक मीनिंग ऑफ द असेंडिंग विद द नेम ऑफ द टॉपिक. असेंडिंग मतलब फ्रॉम बॉटम टू टॉप, मतलब बढ़ रहा है, असेंडिंग ऑर्डर. ओके, सो दिस द असेंडिंग. एंड देन ट्रांसवर्स कॉलन, ट्रांसवर्स, दिस इज द ट्रांसवर्स. ओके, undigested food will with the help of this ascending then transfer colon, and then it will move from the top to bottom. Then the third will be descending colon, descending colon which will be starts from the top to bottom, and the last, the final is the sigmoid colon. Sigmoid colon, this is the sigmoid colon. Okay, so you can easily find out the total length of the large intestine. We all know that 1.5 meter. Okay, approx 1.5 meter, and the colon, the length of these, the parts of the colons you can easily measure with the help of this presentation. Ascending 15 meter, transverse 50, descending 25 centimeter, and sigmoid is 40 centimeter. Okay, and the last portion of the large portion of the large intestine, we all know that rectum. Rectum is the last portion of the large intestine. Okay, and the rectum is the total length of the rectum is 20 centimeter, and a very small organ, the name is anus, by which the unwanted material will will excrete from the body. Okay, the last portion of the human body, the alimentary canal, ends with the anus. Okay, so this is the process of the digestive system. Rectum, anal canal, you can easily read out also. This is the last portion of the large intestine. It is 20 centimeter long, and the last portion is called anus and is about 3 centimeter long. It means anus की जो length है वो कितनी होगी, 3 centimeter. And about the anus, here sphincters also present, which will be opened when the movement is required. पहले बता चुके हैं sphincters के बारे में. They remains always closed, but they will open when the movement is required. जब कहीं की movement की requirement होगी तभी sphincters open होते हैं. अगर ऐसा होता तो always ही open होता और excretion always will be happening in our body. Okay, so now we have discussed about all the portion of the large intestine. Now I think all the students have understood the basic concept of the digestive system. Now I am giving some questions to all of you. It means the quiz starts from this slide. Okay, and the first question of the quiz is what controls the movement of food, digested food, juices and paste at different levels? Okay, and these are the options: sphincter, mucosa, mucous epithelium, both B and C. So give the right answer in the comment box quickly. And the second question is which type of teeth is present in the carnivorous animals? And these are the options: incisor, canine, premolar and molars. Okay, the third question is maximum enzymatic digestion of food takes place in which part? Jejunum, ileum, duodenum, and the last is colon. Okay, so give the right answer of these all the questions in the comment box quickly. देखते हैं, देखो कौन है सिकंदर, कौन है सबसे पहला विनर जो सबसे पहले आंसर देता है कमेंट बॉक्स में. देखते हैं, देखो सबसे बहुत अच्छा इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक था और जो कि बहुत अच्छे ढंग से समझाया गया है. नाउ इट्स योर टर्न टू गिव द आंसर ऑफ दिस ऑल द क्वेश्चन मोर एंड मोर. ओके, फोर्थ, व्हाट इज द मेन फंक्शन ऑफ द एपिग्लॉटिस? These are the options. So find out the right answer. Find out the right answer of these among these options. The next question is which portion will absorb wild salt and vitamins? याद आया कुछ? Okay, देखते हैं कितने बच्चों को याद है. The first option is duodenum, then colon, then jejunum, and then ileum. Okay, select the right answer of this question and keep the answer in the comment box quickly. देखते हैं, एक्टिव के साथ, थोड़े जोश के साथ रहो. बिल्कुल ऐसे कैसे रहे हो? नहीं, बिल्कुल आप भैया से पढ़ते हैं ऐसे नहीं बेटा, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल जोश के साथ रहिए, ऐसे नहीं, बिल्कुल ठीक है. जिस जोश के साथ में हम लगे हुए हैं उसी जोश के साथ में आप लोगों का भी रिस्पॉन्स आना ही चाहिए. ओके, सो गिव द राइट आंसर ऑफ दीज ऑल द क्वेश्चन इन द कमेंट बॉक्स quickly. Get up and give the answer of these questions. The next question is shape of the stomach is. So these are the options. Then select the right answer again. The next question is vermiform appendix is present in which part of the body? So these are the options: colon, ileum, cecum, and jejunum. Next, how much canine teeth present in our mouth? So these are the options. Next question, which part of the body absorb water and mineral salts and to evaluate the undigested food through the anus? So this is the question and these are the options. Okay, the next question is what is the length of esophagus? These are the options: 30 centimeter, 25 centimeter, 15 centimeter, and 10 centimeter. Okay, so give the right answer of this question. And 11th question is what is the length of एसोफेगस। एंड द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है काइम इज नॉन एज। काइम के बारे में बताया था, अगर आपको पता हो तो, अगर लेक्चर को अटेंड किया है अच्छे से तो पता होगा। काइम इज नॉन एज द फर्स्ट दीज आर द ऑप्शंस, सेलेक्ट द राइट आंसर अमंग दीज ऑल द ऑप्शंस एंड गिव द आंसर्स ऑफ दीज ऑल द क्वेश्चंस इन द कमेंट बॉक्स. So we have understood the basic concept of digestive system, and definitely I hope you have understood the basic concept of digestive system and give the answer of these all the questions of quiz in the comment box quickly. And before ending the lecture, I want to share some my feelings again in front of you. Please give like and comments more and more, and attempt these all the quiz and all the questions, and give the answers of these all the questions in the comment box with energetic performances, okay? And don't copyright, okay? And give like, comments and subscribe our channel more and more, okay? और एक और बात मैं आप लोगों से कि आपके जो भी नियरेस्ट आपके अगर जो भी स्टूडेंट हैं उनको भी इसके बारे में बताएं. जुपिटर ऐप इज़ ए हाईली सिक्योर्ड ऐप, एंड with the help of this Jupyter app, all the students, many students are connecting with us to get the high quality study, to get the best material of the study, and we are doing our best. You all know that the guardians with Jupyter is doing its best year by year with your good blessings, okay? So your support always with us, and definitely we will get our success, and we will do definitely something different, and will create will innovative only for you, and definitely you will get more and more knowledge from these all the lectures, okay? So stay home, stay safe, stay healthy, be happy, and thank you so much.